welcome back to the channel. Welcome to all the new subscribers. And I know for all of you who have been here will be shocked by what's falling from the sky. And yes, even to those who watch the channel who are from, nearby, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours away. This is the North Pole now. The pole has shifted. Kenton, Manitoba is now the North Pole. And I am the Grinch. Hey Lily! Hey sweet girl. Yeah, so more snow. We're to get snow tomorrow, and we're to get snow the next day. There's not supposed to be any snow today, but it's snowing. And it's blowing. So snowing and blowing. And when that stops, it'll be blowing and snowing. And that'll just repeat for the next 4 months. Like, I don't know if I can do this and see if you can get an idea. Yeah, that is knee high, not the Chinese weatherman knee high. That's knee high snow in this yard. Yeah. Hey girls, I know you guys are as miserable as I am. So, game plan today. Hey Leia. Yeah, you guys are not motivated to do much of anything. Just living your best lives, eh? Make them babies. So, protocol today. That there. Hey you. So, I'd like to get that done. And then start setting up panels, and then some point between 2:30, the boss lady is coming out, and she is going to guide the new gate going there. Yeah, look at this lot. They're as unmotivated as the other lot. They're hunkering down. So yeah. At the trough in, so I gotta go get a shovel, clean that trough out, and bring them the salt blocks as well. So yeah, thanks for joining us, and hope you enjoy the ride. Moving. Yeah, I know there's a drawbar on it. It's actually kind of hard do that in the snow. It's actually kind of hard to do that one-handed with a camera, phone in your hand, but we do what we can. I'm doing this for you, people. I'm doing it for you. I've done far sketchier things than this. You all know that. You've seen it. So yeah, this is the it's a little sketchy, but we don't have to do it too often. So I just drive backwards out here, and then I thread it back in that way again. Because yes, I know, I already put it over there, but we used it to help when we were weaning because we didn't have any panels left besides. There's some wood back here. We will do a turn. I'll bring you back when we get into there. And here we have young 23 steer, showing that we still have an open alleyway. You work it, son. Anyway, so yeah, they can come and go between the two pens right now, as soon as they figure it out. So yeah, the crush gets anchored to that gate post. And then we have a little bit wider, the panel is here, then it sort of kind of necks up a little bit. We might tighten it up. It's supposed to fit one of those, what is that, a 10-foot gate? There. Hey, Jenny's boy. Supposed to be like the gate can open this way, but it can't go backwards because of the size of the opening. So there'll be a gate here to crush them into there. You coming with me, or are you just going to take off like a crazy person? Oh, a crazy person. And then there'll be a butt gate back here that swings this way. Same thing. That way we can trap here, move them up, trap here, and if we need to split a group, we can split it between here and here. These panels won't move. Hey buddy. Little Maggie's kid. Noopy's kid. So we always have a bale feeder here and we have a bale feeder back there. That way that the ones that we're not chasing, they hang out back here, they don't get riled up. For the most part, they can go on the other side of the bale feeder and they think they're safe. So, what are you staring at? Anyway, so then what we do is on the day that we're sorting, we'll put a gate here that runs back to that bale feeder that they don't know about. It'll just be sitting here by the end of the week. So when we trap them in here, this gate chains back to the bale feeder. So when the calves come round the bale feeder, they think they can keep going round, it's there. So then we can just scoot them, boom, and down. So that's usually me and Liam. Liam and I. That's our job. So yeah, it stays like this. And then when we do our feed to process, we'll pick that panel up, stick it in here, and then do final chain up. And then we're good to go. The only difference it'll be going forward is, and this is the other part to the process, see there's a whole pile of gates sitting here. I don't know why you guys are going this way. These bale feeders are empty. Are you coming back? Are you going? We'll figure it out. So, on the day of sort, there's two 12-foot gates there. There'll be one here. So when we're doing our medicating and processing, baby girls go out that way, baby boys come out this way. So yeah, heifers, steers. And then once they are split, are you coming back or are you going? Once they are split, that gate will be left there because we don't like them spending any time in here. And then there'll be a gate that goes here. And that way we don't have a trap point here for calves to get hurt. Especially with all this metal work and stuff. So that's how it's done on the Shire. Yeah, I know a lot of people have big fancy setups, but we're not a multi-generational ranch. Like I said, this is all from scratch. We've only been doing this 23 years. It's taken us a better part of, well, when I designed this was about 8-9 years ago, and man, did it ever change things up. It made this a lot easier to do. Now you can't do this in the springtime when it gets soft because it gets sludgy in here. We used to load out the back of the pens, but no, this works for us. So let's get on. And this is the little bugger we're talking about. Gonna get a scale of it. Like I said, it doesn't have wheels. It is just as you see it. You drag it around, you can load it up with weight, and you can drag it through the most inhospitable areas of land. So what is wrong? This bar here, it goes back to there, is missing. So I'm pulling that one off and getting them to straighten it and then make another one. Because it goes through there and it goes through there. So it locks everything together. So yeah. So I know there's certain ways that you can change what it does, but I don't know how you do it. No, we've never used it, like I said, so. Okay, we're gonna take it apart. Who says here in the prairies you don't have views of the mountains? Of course we do. They're just man-made. And it's to be minus 30 at daybreak tomorrow morning. And it's supposed to start snowing tomorrow afternoon. Oh, it's not even New Year. It's actually not even winter, to tell you the truth. Like solstice is this weekend. That's supposed to be the start of winter. Ah. Yeah. Been to Verdon. Dropped off the pallet fork frame. Dropped off that what do you call it? Rod linkage for the disc gang. Grants can't make me up an adapter for that orange tractor for the snow pusher. Got home, had a coffee, cup of tea, and went to go feed the cows, and got halfway down the lane and realized it was dragging. Yeah. We're actually still not even sure if it's a he. It might be a she. But that noise is horrific. Yep. Yep. Anyway, so I do keep spares. That spare seems like it's got a slow puncture in it. So, looks like I'm taking 2 wheels over to Dennis's shop. So, we'll get this one fired on and get back to feeding. Sounds like a baby in a blender. Okay, we're back on track. So, yeah, it is very cold. And yes, there is an impending snowstorm coming our way. So, what I've been doing last night, I did this. I put half a bale out here on the ground. That gives them something to mow down on. It keeps them busy. And then I put 2 bales in the bale feeders here. As you can see, the third one still has some in it. So between the 2 bales there, the half bale on the ground, and then the straw bales in the yard, they're good. They're not hurting for a meal. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to unhook this and put it in the shop because it's time to cut the twine out. And then I want to take a look at the bearings because while I had that wheel off, the bearings seemed a little rough. And I did repack that hub when the other hub came apart out in the field last year. But I think the bearings have started eating themselves because they're probably original bearings. And during the springtime, those hubs get filled with water and all kinds of nonsense because the pens are muddy. So, we're going to back it up into the workshop, take it off, clean it out. One of those fine jobs because it's going to get needed here right away. Because once the storm passes and it's mild for next week for Christmas, we'll need to do a lot of bedding as I watch them eat all of our hay. They're everywhere, little well. It's time. I'm going to try something this time. I'm going to sharpen the hammers to see if it cuts the hay when I'm processing, if it cuts it up nicer. See, that's just, it's very fluffy looking. It's actually not that big, but it's time to get done. So yeah, it's time for grease up, but I'm going to check the bearings. There's the set of bearings for the hub that was to be rebuilt, but I'll see if this one needs it first because, like I said, the bearings sounded very suspicious. What? Stop it. Anyway, let's get to this job. So, I took that hub off and it was fine. Very weird. Just the grease was cold, I think, maybe. So this is the hub that we temporarily, for a year, cobbled back together. The bearings are still good. The one closest to the machine was starting to get a little dry. There's a bit of hay dust starting to get in there, and it was making a bit of paste instead of grease. Wasn't the most greasiest of grease looking, but at the outside it looked great. Like I said, that bearing there was still great. It was starting to back off a little bit. So, nicely, big shout out to Neighbourman at Redferns, had ordered me up a bearing kit for one of the sides. Now, I'm going to probably go ahead and order the kit for the other side. That way we have it, because like I said, that one, we've never done it. It doesn't need done right now, but we know it will need done in the worst possible way on a Sunday. That always happens. So, the one thing I did know was most of the time I don't actually change the outer race when I do bearings unless they really, really need it. But if you look at that, with that hay dust coming in, it was starting to grind. And it's still smooth, just dirty. But I thought, no, I already have a new outer race, so we've got a new one in there. So I'm gonna pack. What do you want? I'm gonna pack this bearing. Gonna do the grease thing, squeeze it all in there before we put it back together, and then I will fire in the seal. And then there's the other seal. What do you want? Well, you're just too nice. So, apparently, what happens is when you fire that seal in and you get it flush, this then sits over the back and forms like a cover. So that's to stop stuff going into that seal. It'll tear up this seal first. Yeah, and it'll like toothless. Yeah. So, I've never seen that before. Because it all came in the same kit. So, I'm going to get doing that because that gets messy. Okay, well, Toothless has a complete and utter meltdown. You'll notice the twine's still there. Well, I'm going to have to leave it overnight like that. Because the inner core is a block of ice. Yeah, that's a new one. I've never had to do that before. So, that's that. Because I can't do anything with the outer stuff until it melts, because you have to untangle that metal stuff from around the bolts, around the hammers, like there. So, yeah. Well, it looks like I'll be doing that. What are you doing? I'm trying to climb up the back of my leg. Just real, these are thick coveralls. So, yeah, I'll have to leave that for tomorrow, but, so, I'll get the greasing done tomorrow. Excuse me, buddy. The hub is on. The new bearings are in. So, as far as I know, that's what that does. I've never... It must be an add-on kit, because the other side doesn't have one. But it's great. Now, this does, for the most part, keep most of the twine from just building up back there, but some still gets back, because there's still a bit of space here. So, tomorrow, I'm going to set the tolerance on that, and put the wheel back on, and then we'll drag the twine out, and get her done. Get her done, son. Well, you don't know anything, do you? So yeah, I'm still cleaning up buckets. Planning on going to pick up barrels of oil for the end of the year. Hold on a second, put my toque on. Hold on guys, sorry I put your face down. So, big news. Hello, yeah, it's me. Just a second. So, for the first time in, well, over a year, I will now start being back on camera. Sorry, buddy. This cat, I tell you. I gotta remember where to look. Camera's over there, bud. Sorry. Yeah. And then there's that. So, and the great news is Christina's home. She's already home. That's how I've done school. Done her schooling for now, till New Year. So, I'm gonna go over there, say my hellos, have a nighttime snack, and then, oh yeah, I gotta go plug the tractors in it tonight, because it's cold again tonight, and then it's to get warmer going forward. But, so yeah, that's what I was doing today. I was going getting final fitting for this lot. So, for those of you who are new to the channel, due to many things, but mainly a crowbar to the face a couple of years ago, which smashed a whole bunch of my front teeth. I just took the leap and had all the top ones taken out, and then I had 4 bolts drilled into my skull. So these are actually bolted in. So the reason for that is because playing the bagpipes, the last thing you want to have is for these to come boop, flying out as, you know, somebody's lowering their loved one into the ground, which would be rather embarrassing. So, yeah, so hopefully I'm not going to look like that game show host from Mockingjay, that movie with the big snatchers. Okay, well, I'm going to brave the storm, see if I can make it back to the house without getting lost in the drifts, and plug the tractors in, and then we'll return to this job tomorrow. Got a little bit of a surprise for this weekend for when we're processing the animals. It's to do with the handling system. So, I'm going to bid you adieu from in front of the camera today. So, teddy bye everybody, and stay safe out there, eh?